collective. Welcome back to New World Angel. Let's go ahead and get into the reading today. Happy birthday, Kayne. Birthday twins. Twinsies. Yes, it's our birthday today. And you're like, what? Why is she doing readings on her birthday? Because this is what I love to do. And I don't have a whole lot of friends at the moment. Oh, it's funny, but it's not. My life's just in flux right now, and so that's to be expected. I'm not worried about it because the people that I dropped are needed to be dropped from my life. So we're on to bigger and better things. Isn't that right, Kayne? You know. You and Bianca. Yeah. All right. What's going on in my beautiful collective today? Power couple. Ooh, we got a power couple situation. Love that. Take a deep breath. I'm closing out all the doors from... Have you guys been like... have you guys been up to date on my readings, my Summer Lovin' readings? That shit is fucking wild. What are you guys doing right now? My collective. I don't even think you know. I certainly, well, now I do. It's a bunch of shit going on right now, guys. With the exception of Taurus, everyone is having some serious shit going on in their lives. And I, for one, am over it. And my life is not like that. Although, I mean, it is, but it isn't. But yeah, we're closing out. I'm just burning this Palo Santo so that all the old doors from those readings are now shut. Hold on. I did cleanse my energy before I joined, and you guys can fast forward through this part if you don't want to watch, but... it's needed. Yeah. Just a bunch of shit happening right now. All right. This is new. Oh, wee. Okay. Fresh energy. Retirement. Is retirement in the future for retirement of this power couple, or just retirement of one half of the power couple? I don't know. You're not to be fucked with. Pick the wrong one. Or two, since it's a couple. Not the one or the two. Presence. You have presence. Possibly presents, even though it's not present like birthday presents, but potentially maybe I am reading for Kayne. I don't know. Your smile lights up the room. I was just thinking today, and this reading is not going to be all about Kayne, but I was just thinking, I saw a picture of him smiling, and I was like, dude's got a great fucking smile. He needs to smile more. Childhood trauma is holding you back. Okay. Let's just note there. We want this to be one continuous storyline. What's going on in my collective? Yeah, something about your presence, like when you walk into a room, because your smile lights up the room. Yeah, it's something about like when you walk into a room, the atmosphere changes. The pressure of the room goes down in a way, especially when you smile too. There's something about your smile. It's like all is right in the world when you smile. You have no reason to worry, collective. Alternative forms of therapy. Alternative forms of therapy can be, you know, like journaling or going by water, sound bath healing, sound bowl healing, vibratory type healing sessions, retreats, pilgrimages, hypnosis. Yeah, those are all alternative forms of healing. Seeing me, I am a healer. Divination. But yeah, something outside the realm of just counseling and therapy. Ooh. Guilty by association is in your energy. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Right next to your smile lights up a room. Childhood trauma is holding you back. Go outside and play. That's another form of therapy, is having a childlike playfulness about you. Like just for a brief moment, you know, getting outside yourself and being able to have fun and literally play like a kid. Much to do about nothing. Right next to you have no reason to worry. I get like a lot of just like commotion around you. Like you're the center of the commotion, albeit, but you have no reason to worry. Much to do about nothing. People just want to talk. What else? You're the real deal. Falling right next to alternative forms of therapy. Something happens in the current month and it is falling next to guilty by association. Something coming to head, showing out or showing up. Living legend. There's one more card in this deck. That's what I'm being told. Man, I would be at a pool right now. I mean, I did have, God, it was such a lovely weekend. The weather was perfect that I did get some good pool time in, but I was hoping to do that today and it's supposed to rain all freaking week. So I'm kind of bummed about that, but whatever. That's actually like the MO for my birthdays. Not the last couple of years, but like in childhood. I had a lot of, I mean, growing up in Michigan, you can never really have a birthday in June and expect it to be warm, you know, because it's basically spring. Yeah. Maybe like your expectations of something were different, and now that's changed. I don't know. Whistleblower. Oh, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Next to a whistleblower. Yeah, I feel like you feel like not outcasted, but like I mean, it was a heavy responsibility to have to be the whistleblower in this situation. Southern hospitality. Possibly southern regions. Yeah, something happening in the south. Anything else? No. Next deck. Thirst trap. You're mysterious, and people both love and hate that. Solar plexus blocks. Falling under whistleblower. Solar plexus is right here. It's yellow. It's your creativity. You know, like where your creativity stems from. Also a part of like your livelihood too. Maybe you felt like you had no choice but to be a whistleblower in this situation, especially when you're guilty by association. You're like, there's nothing I can do but, you know, tell the truth about what's been going on. Solar plexus blocks is right in the middle of this reading. So there's a blockage. And maybe we'll see this sort of alleviate now that I feel like this just took up a lot of your energy. And now that you have blown the whistle on it, it's like hopefully portions of your creativity can come back, or like you can retain that energy yourself because you're no longer focusing on the external. Gifted speaker. Gifted speaker. Grandmother? Do you have a grandmother who's a gifted speaker? Was a gifted speaker? Flowers, gardening, gardens, earth, sun, wholesomeness, fruit, organic. Maybe you just like gardening in your world. Flowers bring you happiness, just being outside in the sun, doing fun, wholesome things. Could be really into like organic. Maybe you live an organic lifestyle too. Put the good in the good life right next to whistleblower. And the good stands for like your spirit or like a higher power, source, God, whatever you believe in, Jesus, Buddha, whatever. Put the good in the good life. And that will help you live a more wholesome, organic, abundant life. I do think that getting outside and playing would be helpful to your growth and being able to put the good into the good life again. Like playing with dirt, being a little kid. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, God, I miss my garden. At the time, I sort of hated it because I had a lot going on and I couldn't manage to it. Like, I get really like hyper fixated on certain things, and when I do that, I go overboard, such as the card situation, which I did get another deck. But yeah, I was just thinking about how I miss like putting my hands in gloves or like being in the dirt. There's nothing better than gardening to get you outside of your head, which I find to be so funny because I hated it growing up. You know, when you're forced to do something like pulling weeds, I fucking hated it. But then growing up and being detached from that, and then like on my own gravitating into that world again, it was gratifying in a different way. It was like, okay, I can see the actual production of like what I've cultivated, the seeds that I literally have planted, and I get to see them grow and I get to take care of them and nurture them. It became overwhelming, but I feel like I'm in a different place now to where I'd have more time to really cultivate a garden that I want. And maybe that's where you're at too, where it's like, I just want to cultivate something that I love, that's beautiful, that I can cherish. Your family is very concerned, collective. Very concerned. I don't know about what. Dung King. About your presence. About your presence. They're very concerned about your presence, your gravitas, you know, like your essence. The way you shine, heavy as the head that wears the crown. You are a guide in this lifetime, collective. Wasn't that something? I love thunderstorms. Did you guys hear that thunder? Ooh, we're about to get a good one. Aww, that's a birthday present in and of itself. Thank you. Dark Night of the Soul. Right next to Gifted Speaker. You went through something, man. Sure did. Where your energy goes, your attention flows. Yeah, I believe that played into the solar plexus blocks. And your grandmother... Maybe your grandmother really loved to garden. Or she was really close to, like, she could be past, you know, she could be actually in the earth right now. Maybe you should plant something for her, or she just really cherishes flowers. Maybe bring certain flowers to her grave if she has one, or like if you have an altar of your grandmother, or, you know, giving her something having to do with earth energy, though, like very closely tied to that. Or maybe like a certain flower was important to her. I definitely get she's close to the earth. Special needs? No, I was going to switch it up. Okay. What else we got? You're impressive. Collective. Right next to flowers, gardening. And maybe you're just experiencing a lot of growth in your life. Like you're blossoming into it. Yeah, like your presence is even becoming bigger too. You're impressive, so says a third person. That could just be spirit or your angels and ancestors. What else? We got 3 more and then I'll get into the tarot. This is going to be an extended today. And I do want to use my new deck. And I may have to stop here once I get a call from my little guy here in a minute. Oh my God, he's saying happy birthday to me today. It was so precious. Style icon. Assets that appreciate. I get right next to you're a guide in this lifetime. Whatever you do for work, it's bound to help you acquire assets that will appreciate over time. Obviously, real estate would be one of them. Retirement funds. Different types of like financial investments. And just your business too, in general. Like, that's something that I'll appreciate with time too. What else? 2 more. Confidential information, falling under assets that appreciate, and spiritual leader. Where your energy goes, your attention flows. And right now, your attention is set on some sort of spiritual leader, whether that's me or somebody else that you are seeing. Okay. Something about today. Tonight. I don't know why I just got that. West Side Story? That is from West Side Story, isn't it? Is Broadway a thing for you? Or just like, yeah, something about your presence. Like stage presence, maybe even. Okay, refresher here. Presence. Your smile lights up the room. Collective. Childhood trauma is holding you back. You have no reason to worry, though. Alternative forms of therapy are a thing in your world. You are guilty by association. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Is it not? Go outside and play. Much to do about nothing. You're the real deal. Something happens in this current month of June regarding a whistleblower and their solar plexus blocks. Possibly even creativity, like stealing creativity could be a thing. But either way, you are a gifted speaker. Your grandmother is somehow in the picture here. And flowers, gardening, gardens, earth, sun, wholesomeness, fruit, organic type energy is in your world. This is a reminder to put the good in the good life. You are a guide in this lifetime. And it sounds like you just went through a dark night of the soul. So you need to remember that where your energy goes, your attention flows, and vice versa. Where your attention flows, your energy goes. So be cognizant of that. You are impressive though. Whatever it is that you do, you have presence, stage presence, and it's impressive. There's something about a third party here having to do with assets that appreciate. This is confidential information in regards to a spiritual leader. So, with that being said, let's pull from my new deck. And this is, oh my gosh, it's so perfect. Gypsy Oracle cards. I don't know if I don't think I expressed it in my story videos, but I was told as a little girl that my mother, my actual biological mother, who's no longer with us, who I saw get brutally SA'd when I was a very little girl, I was told that she was a gypsy princess. Now that over time turned into a gypsy prostitute. Just by people who wanted to condemn her for her beliefs. But anyway, this is why I got this oracle deck, is because it reminded me of her. And so we're going to see what it pulls out today. All right, before we get into the extended. So this is the first time I'm using it. I love these cards. It reminds me of like Kipper, but they're better. What current energies are going on with the collective right now? Because again, I don't get a very clear storyline here. Love, amore. That's amore. Love energy. That's also put the good in the good life too. Okay, that's good. We love that. I also give Mercury too. You know, Mercury was the winged Pegasus, and that's Cupid. So I get Gemini and Sagittarius, you know, because Saggies are, it's typically represented by like a centaur with a bow and arrow. So I do get Temperance energy. Oh, maybe I'm channeling somebody's grandmother today. Possibly. I don't know. Definitely love in the air. What else in the collective's energy? Ooh. Merchant. Trade. Exports, imports, bartering even. Contracts, deals, supplies, but communication too. Cheerfulness. Celebrations. We love this. Maybe like a big deal. there's like a big contract or negotiation that you get through, and you know there's a level of celebrations and like being happy about this afterwards. But love is at the is that the center? Yeah, there's a love for like what you do. And constancy. Yeah. You're very consistent about this too. And this is, so we have spiritual leader. There was another gifted speaker, presence, heavy as the head that wears the crown. Your smile lights up the room. Alternative forms of therapy. Yeah, you're being very consistent about your approach here. And that is going to pay off in a big way. Like people will inevitably see the love for what you do. Like, yeah, it's the exchange of information, the love of information and exchange for what you do. Milady. I laugh at these cards because they're so like, you can tell that the time in which they were made is like, obviously, like we don't use these words anymore, but it's still like whimsical. I love it. Maybe there's a sense of like tiredness. It can, maybe like the love of like what you do and how you go about your work, it can bring about like bouts of exhaustion. Maybe you're prone to burnout. I totally get that. But cheerfulness is at the center of it. See what I mean about these cards, bottom of the deck? Melancholy. Yeah, maybe you have like bouts of that. I mean, you did just go through a dark night of the soul, so it's not like, you know, all day, every day, you can just be like on top of your game. People need, especially when you come into like, I don't know, revelations about what's really going on in the world. I know when I went through my dark night of the soul, it was like judgment all over the fucking place. I'm like, what the fuck is actually happening? Like, people need to get their shit together. There's so much darkness and evilness going on in this world that it's like, it disgusted me, and it still does. But like, again, where your attention flows, your energy goes. And like, do you really want to put energy into that anymore? You have to make the decision for yourself not to. And possibly even like, there's a third person here. But this third person has, there's an appreciation for what you do, too. Like they see this in you. We love that. Okay. Like I said, this is going to be an extended, so go ahead and meet me over at New World Angel. If you feel like this reading is yours, and I'll go on, I'll jibber jabber for like another 30, 40 minutes or so. All right. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.